the understanding of medicine and illness certainly was not what it is today. In fact, it was a very impoverished understanding, so much so that both by cultural expectation as well as by religious law, any skin condition that appeared to be different than normal was labeled as leprosy. And what made this very difficult is that because it was seen as a form of pollution, therefore it was seen as a danger to the community of family and the tribal environment. As a result, the individual had to be placed outside the camp or the tribe or the village or the town. So it was a double onus against the individual. One, they were cut off from any sense of community, any sense of real relationship except with other lepers. They lived on the outskirts of towns and villages and communities. But secondly, it was dealing with this terrible, perhaps itching, what you felt like, what you looked like, not knowing if you'd ever be cured. And notice when Jesus is confronted with them, we have that interesting phrase, as he was entering a village. So here you have it. They're on the outskirts. That's why they're shouting at him, because that was one of the things they had to do. They either had to wear bells or shout to say, keep away, unclean, unclean. If you get too close, you're going to be ritually impure. So Jesus' attention is immediately turned to them. And they very simply say, have pity on us. They know who he is. And he tells them what to do. Go and show yourself to the priest. Now, why would he do that? He would do that because the priests in their position of authority were the only ones that could say, you are now clean. You are ritually pure. You've come back in the community. So he was following protocol. But the line that I really like, that I'd like you to remember, is as they were going. As they were going, they were cleansed. Notice, Jesus didn't say a prayer over them, didn't anoint them with oil. All he said was, here's what you need to do. And because they obeyed him, they did what he told them, they were cleansed on their way. Obviously, all 10 of them recognized something had changed, but only one came back. This is a unique story. It's only one of 4 places where we have a non-Jew encountering Christ. And he tells all 4 of them, their different healings, the same thing. It is your faith that's healed you. And he has the greatest compassion for these foreigners, these outsiders, these strangers, those who are different than the rest of the community. Is it possible that Jesus himself is learning from the people of God? That God's mission wasn't just for the people of Israel, but for all people? Obviously, from our perspective, we would say yes. But Jesus didn't know that. He had to grow into that. And so too, we have to grow into the truth that as we journey, we are cleansed. We are healed. We are liberated. We are challenged by people, places, and events all around us. It's no different in the life of Christ. My friends, the issues that we face today are the same ones that human beings have faced for centuries. They are the issues and the invitations to be fully human and how we treat each other. Have we learned anything in 21 centuries? Remains to be seen. I'll leave you with a quote. C.G. Jung once said, "We rarely solve our problems. We tend to outgrow them." Hopefully we can grow up and learn how to be able to welcome all people into the circle. How we can reach out and bring healing, presence to one another. How we can let go of our need for violence and find ways and means of truly being authentically human. And then once again, we can experience what the real fire, the transforming presence of the Spirit is like.